You don't often realize how stressed you are until it's too late, and you have some sort of a physical, mental, or emotional meltdown. There's the pressure that comes with taking care of the bills, the groceries, and the home. There's the exhaustion that comes with raising children and a family. Along with all this, you're constantly bombarded with negative, stressful information and news, inclement weather, and politics. And if you happen to have some sort of an illness, then this is compounded with all the other stressful factors that you're experiencing, and life can start to feel very suffocating and like there's no hope for any sort of relief. For most of us in our current time, our central nervous systems are in a constant state of high alert or in fight or flight mode, and we never come out of it from the time that we wake up in the morning until we sleep at night. We become so overwhelmed with stress and anxiety in this fight or flight mode that this becomes the normal way of living, and we can start to feel like there's nothing we can do and there's no better way. Living with an overstimulated central nervous system can cause all kinds of sickness, pain, and diseases that can affect every part of our lives. And many of us are starting to see the effects of living in our high-paced world firsthand. My name is Aaron Huddle, and for many years, I've suffered from chronic health problems, most notably rheumatoid arthritis. And with this immune system disease comes excruciating joint and muscle pain, fogginess of the mind, extreme exhaustion, digestive issues, lots of doctor's appointments, blood drawings, major surgeries, and there's the anxiety and the depression that comes along with all this. And I know that many of you watching and listening are currently suffering with your own issues. Many of them could be much worse than what I experience: heart problems, cancer, immune system diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, and lupus, digestive issues, lung diseases, chronic pain issues, issues with your internal organs, bone deterioration, mental and emotional health issues, and the list could go on and on and on. I've tried many things over the years to find some relief from this disease that I'm experiencing and the chronic pain, stress, and anxiety that come along with it. And I've made lots of major life changes along the way with my diet, using natural supplements, breath work, and meditation, and these things have helped greatly in many ways. But there's no cure for rheumatoid arthritis, and sometimes my flare-ups become almost unbearable. And after years of trying cures, treatments, and practices, I thought I'd hit my plateau of relief, and there was nothing else I could do but graciously accept my fate and try to live as peacefully as possible while this disease destroys my body. And that wasn't until about 2 years ago, at which point I was introduced to a simple practice that has over time brought my stress and anxiety levels that come with this disease to almost zero. And by reducing the stress and anxiety levels, it allows my body to heal and recover from the flare-ups and injuries much more quickly than they would without the practice. And also, my flare-ups have become fewer, further in between, and more manageable. This simple, hands-on practice of Reiki has brought me only more calmness, peace, clarity of mind, and healing to my life. Each day when I wake up, I know that no matter how bad I might feel, that I have this practice, which is a connection with God, that I can always come to, and every single time I do it, I find relief, and I'm given the strength to endure in a peaceful and calm way. Reiki is a spiritual healing practice that involves laying hands lightly on or over the body and allowing the conscious healing power of the life force energy to flow through me to the other person receiving the healing treatment. You might think of a Reiki session as a deeply relaxing, soul-healing spiritual massage that greatly enhances the body's natural physical healing powers. Before Reiki, I didn't know that I was in constant fight or flight mode. I was so accustomed to the pain, anxiety, stress, and depression that I suffered daily that it just felt normal. After my first Reiki session that I received, my anxiety was lifted, my muscle pain was gone, and my mind was clear. I still had some of my deep joint pain, but it was no longer overwhelming me, and I felt lighter than I had in more than a decade. This relief lasted for nearly a week, which before that Reiki session seemed like an impossibility for me. By the end of the week, I was contacting our friend who had done the session for me, and I was asking to learn the practice, and thankfully she was more than happy to teach me and give me my first Reiki attunement. Before I had the Reiki session, I knew I was in pain and exhausted, but I had no idea how overstimulated my central nervous system had become, and this was greatly affecting every part of my life for the worse. After the session, I had hope. I had a new vision for myself. I experienced a relaxation and a peace that I'd never experienced before. And ever since then, for the past 2 years, I've had the wonderful healing practice of Reiki to bring peace, calmness, healing, and greater awareness to my life. My experience has given me the desire to share this practice of Reiki with others, because I know that the majority of you watching or listening to this right now are just as I was, completely stressed, anxious, exhausted, apathetic, and you become accustomed to it and it's just normal to you. But I'm here to tell you that your life doesn't have to continue this way. There is hope for us. Reiki is a gift from the Spirit, and it's here to help us create unity with God, calmness, clarity of mind, physical, mental, emotional healing, and a hope for a better future. I have dedicated the past 2 years to the daily practice of Reiki and have now become a Master Level Practitioner. I have been attuned and trained to share Reiki with others. My mission is to share this wonderful experience of Reiki with as many people as possible so that you can know this feeling of peace, calmness, and clarity of mind, and so that you can find relief from pain, stress, and anxiety and begin to put an end to suffering. Reiki sessions can be helpful for many situations: anxiety, stress, chronic pain, depression, pregnancy, cancer, immune system disease, pre and post surgery, preparing for death, breaking free from parasitic spiritual attachments, when going through a breakup or a divorce, mourning the loss of loved ones, when you need clarity of mind, when you're grieving, heartbreak, building self-confidence, finding courage, when you're healing from childhood trauma, getting free from drug and alcohol addiction, healing from physical, sexual, and emotional abuse and trauma. Or perhaps you desire a spiritual connection and you just don't know where to start. If you're in a situation, no matter what it may be, how dark or scary it may seem, and you feel hopeless and like you've run out of options, I encourage you to schedule a Reiki session with me, as it just might be the spark of light that you need to get you through the dark and cloudy days until the sun begins to shine again. Scheduling affordable Reiki sessions with me are a way for you to be kind to yourself and to take a break from the stress and anxiety of this overstimulated, fast-paced world and experience a moment of peace and clarity of mind. Once you experience a moment of peace and clarity of mind, you will know it's possible for you. You don't have to live in fight or flight mode and be on constant alert all the time. There is a better, more peaceful way, and I'm living proof. I encourage you to contact me with any questions you might have about Reiki or to schedule a session for yourself or a loved one. You can contact me through my website or through my email address, which is on the screen right now. I look forward to meeting and being of service to you. May you have a wonderfully blessed day. Peace be unto you. Namaste.